Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Warcraft replay here as we are loaded into our game. We have, we need to switch the sides. We have an undead versus human matchup here on the map Last Refuge. We have XiaoKai spawning in as the purple undead in the top right. Not to get confused with XiaoKai, who is an orc player. XiaoKai I haven't seen in quite some time. I did cast him like ages ago in like WC3 2015. Pretty sure he has played here and there recently, but like it's pretty like low-key. Tournaments probably.
Ready to work.
Either way, he will be facing off against SoK, the blue human player in the bottom left here. Yes, we have blue versus purple, which is an interesting color selection. Still have no idea how we get these random colors. Maybe it's a custom? I'm pretty sure it's the ladder game though. Maybe you can select colors in Netease ladder. I have not tried because
Ready to work.
I could just play normal Battle.net, which
Job's done.
I guess with the lack of a ladder, there might not be any reason to play on Battle.net, although that should be fixed within quote-unquote the next couple of months. Yeah, still no ranked, and the update says, well, it doesn't even give a specific timeline, which is kind of weird, or I guess to be expected. Either way, XiaoKai going for a Crypt Lord start here, against probably Archmage, so difference, it seems that the Archmage is going to pop out a lot earlier.
Job's done. Job's done.
But we are having the very quick rush into Crypt Fiend, so we are gonna only have 2 goals for now. We did see this 2 games ago, I think, and it will be spotted by the footman at least. Archmage just gonna get a bit of a head start here, as he is just going to farm at the Ogre Warrior camp. It seems like he's going to leave the trolls to the peasants, as he is just going to go for a couple more camps here.
Ready for action.
Footman getting attacked, probably from the Crypt Fiend. But now the Crypt Fiend is going to be pulling the Ogre Warrior camp, since yeah, if he doesn't, then his Crypt Lord's kind of a little bit behind on I guess levels. So Carrion Beetle start here for him, as to be expected. It seems like the pull failed a little bit, so a couple of seconds wasted there as the Troll Trapper went for the ensnare on the only Crypt Fiend. But either way, this is kind of great for SoK, to be honest. He's gonna go for his 3rd creep camp, while his opponent has yet to finish his first. Clove attack +6 to compensate for the little screw up there on the pull, but he is about a level down, maybe even 2. No, he is almost level 3 for the Archmage. Fast transition into tier 2, as it seems like we're also gonna have the Merc camp being cleared out here. I thought that the that was gonna be the gold mine, but it's just going to be the Merc camp. So no fast tech or no fast tech plus fast expand. It seems like we're just gonna go for fast tech into, I guess, possibly rifle casters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm seeing Crypt Lord into a human matchup, so I'm curious as to how it plays out. I imagine Spellbreakers like should be the go-to rush for the human player. Maybe, I don't know, just massing up on those priests instead. It's yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that. Level 3.5 Archmage for SoK. Crypt Lord, gonna be a bit shy away from level 3, but he did clear out this gold mine, so we could potentially have an expansion coming in. High Priest gonna get attacked here, as the illusion is going to go for the scouting. Tier 2 halfway completed, should be spotted by the Archmage, as yeah, we're just gonna be massing up those Crypt Fiends here. It seems like the Crypt Lord was able to get level 3, but he is half HP, so is gonna be forced to back out of that engagement. Replenishment Potion is going to get used, but apparently the illusion is going to cancel that. That is a bit annoying. Since the illusion doesn't exactly do any damage, but I guess it is. It's a pretty worthwhile illusion being able to cancel that replenishment potion. Sobi Mask +3 strength, as well as a Scroll of the Beast for the Archmage. Got a lot of sellable items, I would say. He is a bit shy away from level 4, but maybe XiaoKai will donate a couple of summon units, as we do have a Brewmaster come in as the second hero. Pretty solid pick. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Both of these abilities hit Crypt Fiends and the summon units quite disastrously, I would say. Level 4 in the Archmage here, as the Mercamp's just going to get used to hire up a couple of units, as the Crypt Lord halfway to level 4. Still no second hero just yet, as we're going to go straight into tier 3 for XiaoKai. Level 2 Beetles versus level 2 Elementals and level 2 Brilliance Aura. Breath of Fire is the first ability for the Panda, but he should be taking Drunken Haze second. He also has a Fluid of Accuracy here, so True Shot Aura for any potential rifle casters or any casters. As the summon units are just gonna go ham on these peasants, it seems. As the Crypt Lord is taking out the Ogre Mauler camp here on the top. Did pick up the Ankh Reincarnation from the Ogre Magi. Mauler's taking a little while to take down, might not even go, as TV Scroll is going to be channeled. Unfortunately, Arcane Tower was a little strong enough to finish off that low HP Crypt Fiend. But yeah, you can see there Max carrying Beetles on the field right now, and this Ogre Mauler camp might actually get taken out here. DK second, as tier 3 is about to be completed. We do have a Slaughterhouse on the way, so this to be pretty standard. Crypt Fiend Destroyers with statues on the side. Might even have A-bombs if he is willing to go that far. But yeah, Book of the Dead getting picked up by the Death Knight. Book of the Dead's not exactly that great. If SoK's gonna go into Heavy Priests, then Dispel is going to be like kind of an easy answer to those summon units. But yeah, the summon units are getting a little bit annoying for SoK to deal with. He probably needs to add a couple more Arcane Towers, which this one might be, as yet another Beetle is going to be annoying. More Beetles, more Skeletons. We do have a couple of priests being produced here, as Arcane Vault is done, so we could have Spellbreakers coming in as well. I believe SoK needs tier 3 if he wants to control magic.
Our town is under siege.
Beetles are once again being annoying. Might even take down this farm here, as we do have a Gargoyle chasing down this full Zeppelin. But let's see how well this drop turns out to be. Probably not good. Definitely needs to drop his units as quickly as possible. Panda was about to go down, but thankfully he did drop at the last second. But this is not a good fight for SoK to be in. Is going to channel that TV Scroll. It did take a bit of time starting to channel that one. I think it was a little still on the adrenaline there of trying to save his Panda, because yeah, if that Gargoyle actually took down the Zeppelin maybe a second earlier, Panda would have gone down instantly. But yeah, that was mighty unlucky on timing there for SoK. The Gargoyle just happened to spot the Zeppelin.
Job's done.
Expansion attempt here on the bottom side for SoK. Bit questionable since he is down in terms of power. He only has 27 unit military supply versus XiaoKai's 40. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit tough to deal with. Overlord is gonna get pulled here, but who gets it is the question. We are gonna have a Breath of Fire onto this chunk. No Drunken Haze just quite yet, as you do have a Death Coil being cast onto the Crypt Lord. Impale onto the Panda there as a Nova Coil is gonna try and burst down the Panda. We do not have a Staff of the Sanctuary or a TP Scroll whatsoever, so yeah. Probably not a good fight for SoK to engage in. What did also got used there, but I believe most of the units have been unsummoned or dealt with in some way. Yeah, only still 30 versus 43 here. SoK versus XiaoKai. Definitely shouldn't continue fighting here. I'm not sure how much he can get. He brought down the Death Knight to about 260 HP, but like, he doesn't have any units to back his heroes up with. Another elemental's gonna go down here, but eventually those elementals are going to be obsolete, as destroyers should just deal with those elementals by themselves. Crypt Lord, not enough mana for an Impale, but honestly I think that one Impale was kind of a clincher right there. We do have a Destroyer in the air finally, and it did go for an Absorb Magic.
Our town is under siege.
Yeah, once again, another Absorb Magic is going to fuel that Destroyer and take down the remaining towers here, so expansion definitely a no-no. Especially when you're like so behind in terms of supply. 31 versus 49 here, and SoK has about double the amount of worker units that XiaoKai has. Although I guess these schools don't get included in that count, so it's a bit skewed. Let's just say 20 versus 38 here. And the Ogre Lord is going to get taken out once again by XiaoKai. SoK's going to take out the top left one. So let's see which items get picked up. It is going to be the Cloak of Flames for XiaoKai. Meanwhile, SoK will be getting the Helmet of Valor. Yeah, not so great items on both sides, to be honest. Cloak of Flames might see some usage, since the Crypt Lord undoubtedly would get into the thick of things, but like, yeah, no intelligence items, no wacky stuff there, so yeah, kind of underwhelming.
Our forces are under attack.
Destroyer in the air here, getting a couple of pot shots onto these fleeing units. The Overseer is definitely not helping things either, as you do have a Death Coil picking up a Berserker, a level 5 onto the Crypt Lord. He's going to go for an Impale. He is going to take a boatload of damage with that Breath of Fire, however, so he needs to be extra careful there. Death Knight's going to go for one Death Coil, as SoK, you definitely shouldn't be picking fights when you're this behind in supply. No Staff Sanctuaries either, so like, you really can't afford to be eating up this damage for free.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, big predicament for the human player here. So far, hasn't really been able to get a solid foothold. Control Magic is on the way, but I mean, there's just not that many Spellbreakers on the field compared to how many some units could be for the undead player, as a Nova Coil onto the Panda is going to bring him down to half HP. Another Death Coil is going to top up the Crypt Lord there, as he does have an Invuln if he needs it. Level 3 onto the Lich, as we're going to have another Frost Nova onto the Brewmaster there. Yeah, still 31 versus 50. The some units are kind of helping the Destroyers, to be honest. Despite having Castle Tech, don't really see too much Castle technology other than the Control Magic, which honestly at this point I don't think it even matters, because yeah, XiaoKai's not even relying on his some units at this point. Nova onto the Panda there, as he went for another Breath of Fire. Not enough to actually even mean anything, but yeah, definitely feels bad for SoK to be in. SoK controlling this pretty well. Is producing more statues, so he can afford to go a couple more destroyers in the air. Probably should change this one to a destroyer since it's basically out of mana. Ooh, Carrion Beetle giving level 5 over to the Archmage. He is gonna put a point into that elemental. So the destroyers are gonna have a bit more food, but it will take a lot more absorb magics to fully kill the elemental, I guess. Alrighty, 58 for SoK. He is going into low upkeep, it seems, despite... actually no, he is going 2 bases here, taking the Overlord Gold Mine on the right side. I don't think it has been spotted by SoK there. Or maybe it has. He did have a flying machine flying around, so he is aware of that base, but like, yeah, SoK can basically just do this, which is just counterattack, trade the expansion for good damage onto the main base, I would say. More mercenaries being produced, hired up here for SoK, as he is kind of struggling to keep his army a bit stocked up. It seems like these 3 towers might not be enough, but we are going to have SoK coming in to try and defend. He does have knights as well as a decent number of other units. He doesn't actually have that many spellbreakers, which is surprising. But I do like the knights here. Needs to be careful, because his opponent could easily transition to A-bombs and kind of outclass those knights. Animal training has not been completed either. So just all sorts of things. There we go, their elemental is gonna go down, not really doing too much damage at the expansion, but here comes SoK with the possible attack. 47 versus 62 here, still a huge disadvantage, as well as just destroyers being such like destructive threats. Flying machines trying their best to deal with these destroyers there, but like with Death Coil and auto webs, it's just so hard to get into position to focus fire. And of course the impales from the Crippled just do such a wonderful job controlling the backline here. I mean, he's out of mana now, but the impale before was pretty good. And the Panda, without any sort of invulnerability, is going to go down. Death Knight, however, does fall in trade of that Panda. It is going to get level 2 over to the Paladin, as supply is still 33 for SoK, 56 for XiaoKai, and is going to force his opponent to once again retreat. Cripplord super close to the level 6. I'm not even sure if we're going to see Locust Swarms. I think that's the ultimate ability name. But yeah, once again is going to fight. Panda did get rezzed through the tavern, but it is still such a huge supply deficit between these 2 players. Paladin down to 200 HP, could even go for the Crypt Fiend kill there, but it's not going to overextend, it seems. Constantly 2 destroyers in the air. We are still stocking up on those flying machines, but 2 flying machines is just not enough to deal with 2 destroyers. Definitely need like a good number, maybe even like at least 6, I would say. Control magic is going to be utilized on the Carrion Beetle. Seems like control magic has a duration time, which is surprising. I thought it was permanent, but perhaps not. As there we go with another control magic there. I'm not even sure what happens if the duration expires. Maybe the beetle just dies. Maybe control goes back over to XiaoKai. As, I mean, SoK is the one pushing his opponent back, which is surprising because, I mean, like XiaoKai has 60 supply in terms of like military units versus SoK's 34. So yeah, it's a bit questionable why XiaoKai is not actually wanting this fight. I doubt it's the carrion beetles being stolen over, but yeah, we do have an A-bomb in the front finally. Maybe we're able to take down or stand toe-to-toe with any potential knights, which I don't think I see any knights here, to be honest. Here we go with the Impale hitting basically all those heroes, which is kind of nice. Panda is going to go down to about 100 HP, is going to get frozen over to death there, and that is, it seems like, going to be game. XiaoKai able to take this, I think, pretty decisively throughout the entire game. SoK was basically on the back foot for the majority there, and yeah, I guess Crypt Lord is a pretty good pick. I'm not even sure if it was entirely because of Pit Lord, but like, yeah, it's kind of hard to evaluate what, like, one reason why, yeah, SoK was just so behind. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. A little disappointed we didn't see level 6 Crypt Lord, but that is just how it goes. And I'll see you guys again next time. Take care.